Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new here, hello, welcome. And if you're returning viewer, welcome back. Okay, so we're doing a reading video, a book video. Now I got this idea from several other content creators, booktubers, that's the word I'm looking for, booktubers. And I decided to do it myself. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee. I've got some coffee, a cup of tea, beverage of your choice, maybe a knitting project, crochet project, sewing project, whatever you wish, and let's get started. Yes, I have a straw. I like drinking my tea and my coffee with straws. Does that make me a child? Maybe. But I enjoy it. So this video, what we're going to do, oh, my hair's a mess yet again. Ignore the hair. Okay, so what we're going to do, I have two piles of books here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 16 books. I thought I had 15, but I have 16. They are all standalone books that I got from the library. Different genres, lots of different genres. And all of these up here are sequels or first of a series. So we're not doing those books. So just ignore those. That's just my background. Let's try and move this down here. Didn't work. Okay. And we're going to read the first line of each of the books. Is my voice going to go croaky? Yes, it will. Will I have to record this 2 different sittings? Probably. But we're going to do it. So let's move this a bit because I think you're crooked. Okay, so we're going to read the first, I forgot to tell you what we're doing. We're going to read the first line of each book, and then we're going to rank them from 1 to 16, which is the best first line, the most intriguing, the most beautiful, the most jaw-dropping, the most interesting, that kind of thing. So these are all standalones, like I said. I believe they're all standalones. I'm not sure about this first one, but we're going to do it. So we've got the large print edition of Surviving Savannah by Patty Callahan, New York Times bestselling author. I don't know what it's about, but let's read the first line. Okay. This book was published in 2021. Okay, there's a bit of a poem. Okay. Let's read the first page because this is kind of like a poem and an introduction. And then there's an advertisement. We'll read the office of the advertiser because that's interesting. June 18th, 1838, Wilmington, North Carolina. Heart-rending catastrophe is the title. Thus have we hurriedly sketched the most painful catastrophe that has ever occurred upon the American coast. Ooh, that's interesting. Thus have we hurriedly sketched the most painful catastrophe that has ever occurred upon the American coast. That makes me want to read more. So this is about like a ship that gets sunk, I guess, because there's a ship. I think. That's definitely interesting. So that's number 1, obviously, right now. Then we have The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp by Sarah Burnsfold. Sorry. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, this was published in... I'm already getting tired. I haven't even read 2 first lines yet. Get it right, Cheryl. This was published in 2022. Chapter 1, Monday, June 6, 2016. The first sentence is, Clara Kipp had prayed repeatedly to die in Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo? I don't know how to pronounce that. It's S-A-O with the little squiggly line over the A. Paulo. Clara Kipp had prayed repeatedly to die in Sao Paulo. That's interesting, but not as interesting as the first one, I think. So that goes second. Then we have The Appeal by Janice Hallett. Now, full transparency, I have read part of this book already, but I don't remember what the first line is. So The Appeal was published in... 2021. Okay. So this is mixed media. It's got texts and stuff, and the first one is an email, and it says, Sandra, please deliver to Jemmy and Charlotte. Femi and Charlotte. Not Jemmy, Femi. Let's go on and read the first sentence of the email, because that just doesn't make sense. This is from Olaf Femi Hassan to Charlotte Haldor. Dear both, as discussed, it is best you know nothing before you read the enclosed. Now that's interesting. As discussed, it's best you know nothing before you read the enclosed. I think that's second. That's well, this is getting hard. So, this one, Surviving Savannah, let's read the first sentence again, because, Oh, I read the wrong first sentence. Oh, right, I read the notice, right. Thus have we hurriedly sketched the most painful catastrophe that has ever occurred upon the American coast. I think that, personally, I think Surviving Savannah feels more appealing, see what I did there, than the appeal. So I'm going to put that second, death, or Extraordinary Death of Mrs. Kipp, third. Okay. Miriam by May Sue Andrews. This is a biblical fiction. I'm excited to read it. I was going to start it today, but I didn't. This was published in 2016. I don't know why I'm telling the publishing date. I just am. There's a note to the reader, and then a prologue. I am Miriam, old but of use. That's interesting. I like that. I am Miriam, old but of use. Makes me want to read more. I kind of like that, you know. I think that's third above The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp. Next, we have The Things We Keep by Sally Hepworth. I did start reading The Good Sister, which is another standalone that I just realized is up there. And there's another standalone there too. Oh well. So this was published in, I've heard of Sally Hepworth, and like I said, I started The Good Sister. I think it's called The Good Sister. Yeah, really good so far. 2015. There is acknowledgments. Duh. Now this is a large print edition. Yeah, this is a large print edition, which is great for good old eyes, you know. Chapter 1, Anna, 15 months ago. No one trusts anything I say. No one trusts anything I say. I mean, familiar. I mean, that I relate to that. No one trusts anything I say. Don't know where to put that. I think I'm going to put it after, I think I can put this last so far. The Things We Didn't Say by Amy Lynn Green. This is historical fiction. 2020 was the publishing date. Prologue. From Johanna Berglund to Charles Donahue, attorney at law, January 26, 1945. Dear Mr. Donahue, does anybody else think of Phil Donahue whenever you hear that name? I mean, I know there's a writer named Emma Donahue, but I always think of Phil Donahue because that's how old I am. Anyways, sorry. That was a side note there. Dear Mr. Donahue, if I were an expert in criminal law, I'd be sick to death of outraged clients claiming to be falsely accused, and especially of weepy female clients wringing their hands and saying things like, how could it have come to this? That is interesting. It's a long sentence. Dear Mr. Donahue, if I were an expert in criminal law, I'd be sick to death of outraged clients claiming to be falsely accused, and especially of weepy female clients wringing their hands and saying things like, how could it have come to this? I mean, I was going to say an email, but this is in when? 1945, so obviously it's not an email, but it's mail. Oh, that does get me intrigued. I think for my, I think that's, what was this one again? The things we keep. What was that one again? No one trusts anything I say. I think this one is on the bottom so far. So this is the stack so far. If I can lift it. Okay. Bottom, top. So this is the stack so far. Okay. We have a few more to go. This one I'm excited about. A Tidy Ending by Joanna Cannon. Again, a large print. I'm thankful that my library has a lot of large prints. Okay. This was in 2022 published. It says, now, when people are asked to describe me, they'll probably say I keep myself to myself. Is that? No, that's part of the story. When people are asked to describe me, they probably say I keep myself to myself. No, that's boring. That's like on the bottom. I need to turn my stack over. Well, I've got too many books here. Okay, so we're going to put this like that. That like that. That like that. Yeah, this is going to go on the bottom below things we didn't say. Not a very interesting first line. Only the Beautiful by Susan Meisner. I'm looking forward to reading this. This was published this year, I believe. 2023, yeah. Chapter 1. Sonoma County, California, February 1939. The Chardonnay vines outside my open window are silent, but I still imagine the bursts of teal and lavender. Their summer rustlings always call to my mind. That doesn't seem like a real sentence. It seems like it should be two sentences. Here's the writer in me. The Chardonnay vines outside my window are silent, but I still imagine the bursts of teal and lavender. Their summer rustlings always call to my mind. Seems like their summer rustlings always call to my mind should be a separate sentence, but that's just my opinion. That is a beautiful sentence. I think I'm going to put that near the front. Woo, my pile's tipping over. I gotta make another pile. I think I'm going to put that, in second place, I think. So after Surviving Savannah. Or is it after the appeal? I'm going to put it after the appeal, so third. Let's switch this all around. I know you can't see it, but... Okay. So, we got Only the Beautiful in third place. And then that's last. Okay, The Lions, Fifth Avenue by Fiona Davis. Again, another large print. And this was published. I'm looking forward to this book. I'm looking forward to all these books. I don't know how I'm going to read them all because I'm in the middle of so many books right now. Yeah. This was published in... Can't turn the page. Come on. Come on. You can do it. These pages are really hard to turn. There's just one page there I need to get to. Oh, for gosh sakes. Okay. Oh, of course, it doesn't have the publishing there. It doesn't have the publishing date. Here we go. 2020. Chapter 1, New York City, 1913. She had to tell Jack. No, that's boring. That's going to be the last one so far. She had to tell Jack. I mean, what did she have to tell Jack? I don't know. Who is Jack? I don't know, but I'm not interested. The Vienna's Writers' Circle by J.C. Matus. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Okay, this was published, I believe, this year. Let's check. This was published in 2023, yeah. Prologue. Lublin, Poland. Oh, my pile just fell over. Lublin, Poland, April 1942. Ooh, this takes place in Poland. Interesting. I'd never been so thirsty, my mouth so dry. I like that. That gets me thinking, why is he thirsty? Why is his mouth dry? Or she? I like that one. I'm going to put that. That intrigues me because I want to find out why their mouth is so dry and who they are. I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that, I think, after. I'm going to put that in third place. After the appeal. No. Is it before Only the Beautiful? That was a beautiful line in Only the Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to put it in third place. So, this is going in third place. So far we have Surviving Savannah in first place, The Appeal in second place, the Vienna Writers' Circle in third place, Only the Beautiful in fourth, Miriam in fifth, The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp in sixth, The Things We Keep in seventh, The Things We Didn't Say in eighth, The Lines of Fifth Avenue in ninth, and A Tidy Ending in 10th. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we just have a few more to go. We've got The Blacklist Book Club by Amy Lynn Green, the same author as, which book was it? The Things We Didn't Say? I heard she's a really good author, so that's why I got a couple of hers. This was in 2022. Chapter 1, Avis Montgomery, January 31st, 1942, Derby, Maine. Avis gripped the ladder as her husband climbed. Avis gripped the ladder as her husband climbed, a thick swath of black bunting draped over his shoulder. Avis gripped the ladder as her husband climbed, a thick swath of black bunting draped over his shoulder. That's not very interesting, I don't think. I'm going to put that in right in second from last, so above A Tidy Ending. Okay. Potiphar's Wife by Macy Andrews, who also wrote the Miriam, the other book. I gotta need a cup of coffee. A swig of coffee. Okay. Is it almost 7 o'clock at night and I'm drinking coffee? Yes, mind your own business. Okay. Potiphar's Wife by Macy Andrews. This was published in This was published in 2022. Note to reader, a map, and character list, which is cool. Quote, part 1, a Bible verse. Okay. Chapter 1, it gives a Bible verse. I'll read that first. He shakes the earth from its place and makes his pillars tremble. Job 9:6. Chapter 1, Zikros District Crete, circa 1700 BC, Zuleika. The sea was choppy, angry, spitting its salty mist on my lips. Ooh, I like that. The sea was choppy, angry, spitting its salty mist on my lips. I like that. I like that. Okay, we're going to put that near the front. I'm going to put that in... I'm going to switch around a couple things. So, whoops. I can't carry things. All right, I'm going to put the appeal after the Vienna Writers' Circle. So, first place, Surviving Savannah, then the Vienna Writers' Circle, and then I'm going to put Potiphar's Wife, and then the appeal. I know you can't see them. I'm sorry. I'll show them to you after. Okay. And then... Oh, no, I got them all mixed up. Only the Beautiful was next. And then... Oh, I got them mixed up, darn it. I think this one was next. Okay. We got them. Next, we have The Deep End of the Ocean by Jacqueline Mitchard. This seems like a tearjerker. It was made into a movie, I think. Was it? Not Meg Ryan. Maybe it was Meg Ryan in this movie? I can't remember. She was blonde. That's all I remember. Might have been Meg Ryan in this movie. Haven't seen the movie, but I know of it. Acknowledgements. This was published in 1996. Prologue, November 1995. Altogether, it was 10 years, easily 10, from the hot August morning when Beth put the envelope full of pictures into the drawer until the cold fall afternoon when she took them out and laid them, one by one, on her desk. Altogether, it was 10 years, easily 10, from the hot August morning when Beth put the envelope full of pictures into the drawer until the cold fall afternoon when she took them out and laid them, one by one, on her desk. That, I mean, it's not really intriguing, kind of straightforward, but no, I don't think it was very good. I am looking forward to this book. It's about a boy who gets kidnapped. Oh, I'm going to put this. What was the things we keep? Let's go back to that one. This one. And see what the first line was, because I forget. No one trusts anything I say. Right. Okay, I'm going to put the things we keep after Miriam. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place. And then I'm going to put this in 8th place. 3 more books and then I'll show you the pile. Where the Lost Wonder by Amy Harmon. Again, another author I've heard a lot about. Historical fiction. This was published in 2020. Prologue, Naomi. The wheel is in pieces. The wheel is in pieces. That's kind of... I don't have to think about that sentence. My camera's crooked. The wheel is in pieces. I mean, why is it in pieces? Was there a crash? Yeah. This is getting very hard. I'm going to put this after Only the Beautiful and before Miriam. Okay. This pile is going to fall. The Letter from Barton Park by Sarah E. Ladd, which I think is a Christian fiction again. I'm starting to get into Christian fiction again, so I've got a lot of them. This was published in... Come on. There we go. 2022. I don't know if this is the start of a series. Prologue. Denton School for Young Ladies, Lambay, England, autumn 1811. Harboring anger against a woman on her deathbed was wrong. I like that. Harboring anger against a woman on her deathbed was wrong. That is good. I like that. That's a cute start. So I'm going to put that in 4th place. I'm going to put it above The Appeal and below Potiphar's Wife. Woo! I'm going to put it in 4th place. And one more book, The Murder at Fleet House by Lucinda Riley. This is the author that wrote The Seven Sisters, which I'm also reading that series. This is a standalone, I believe, and all transparency, I did start this book already, but I don't remember what the first line is. This was in 2022. May she rest in peace, Lucinda Riley. Prologue. A Stephen's School, Norfolk, or St. Stephen's School, Norfolk, January 2005. As the figure took the stairs leading to the sixth form corridor, a maze of shoebox-sized studies, one per boy, the only sounds were the clanking and stirring coming from the antiquated radiators, inefficient cast-iron sentinels that had struggled to warm Fleet House and the boys within it for the past 50 years. That is a long first sentence. Let's read it again. As the figure took the stairs leading to the sixth form corridor, a maze of shoebox-sized studies, one per boy, the only sounds were the clanking and stirring coming from the antiquated radiators, inefficient cast-iron sentinels that had struggled to warm Fleet House and the boys within it for the past 50 years. I mean, it's a long sentence, but it doesn't really intrigue me. I think I'm going to put that... Okay, I'm going to switch this around a bit. Okay, here we go. Here's the pile. First, we got to put this in a different order so I can show you. We're done all the books. In first place, we have Surviving Savannah by Patty Callahan. Really looking forward to reading that. The first sentence, I won't read the first sentence of every book, but I'll read the first sentence of the first and the last. So the first was an advertisement. Thus have we hurriedly sketched the most painful catastrophe that has ever occurred upon the American coast. That is really interesting to me. Sorry for the shine. So that's in first place. Next we have Vienna Writer's Circle by J.C. Matiss. Then we have, in third place, Potiphar's Wife by Macy Andrews. In fourth place, we have The Letter from Barton Park by Sarah E. Ladd. In fifth place, we have The Appeal by Janet Hallett. I always say that name wrong. In sixth place, we have Only the Beautiful by Susan Meisner. In seventh place, we have Where the Lost Wander by Amy Harmon. In eighth place, we have Miriam by Macy Andrews. In ninth place, we have... Oh, I've got them upside down. Hang on. We have... That one's the last. You just saw my last book. Actually, that's not my last. That's my last. Okay. Then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In ninth place... Actually, this one should probably be the last book. I think, if I remember the first sentence. Oh no, that's not it. Okay. Okay, in ninth place we have A Tidy Ending by Joanne Cannon. In 10th place we have The Blackout Book Club by Amy Lynn Green. In 11th we have The Lion's Fifth Avenue by Fiona Davis. In 12th we have Things We Didn't Say by Amy Lynn Green. And what is that? 1, 2, 3, I've lost count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13th, we have The Things We Keep by Sally Hepworth. 14, we have The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp. I still want to read this, but it wasn't a very interesting line. In 15th, we have The Deep End of the Ocean by Jacqueline Mitchard. Said that wrong. You know, I think I got these mixed up because I don't think this is... I think there was another book that I would have put near the bottom, but I can't remember which one it was now. But this one is my last one. The Murders at Fleet House by Lucinda Riley. It was a long sentence, but I didn't really enjoy it. It was kind of boring. Again, I will read it. As the figure took the stairs leading to the sixth form quarter, a maze of shoebox-sized studies, one per boy, the only sounds were the clanking and stirring coming from the antiquated radiators, inefficient cast-iron sentinels that had struggled to warm Fleet House and the boys within it for the past 50 years. That is it. That is my ranking. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, please. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'd really appreciate it. It helps my channel a lot. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit the bell button. And that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, wherever you are. And have a great day. God bless you and all you do. Bye, guys.